The subject of pregnancy is a hot topic. So in this episode, I basically took all your questions. Warning that some of my opinions are controversial. Check with your doctor, do your own research. I'm just sharing my own experience. Take what you like, leave what you don't. With that, let's go right into it. All right, I heard you guys, I'm listening. You guys want to talk about pregnancy. You're very interested in this subject. I'm actually surprised how interested people are. They had a lot of questions. I don't think I've ever gotten so many questions. I did like a little question box on Instagram story, and there was an overload of questions. And I think I'm surprised because it's my third pregnancy, but here we are. I have done a lot of content around my first two pregnancies. And I thought it would be fun to just do like an update of what I'm doing during this one, because they all are kind of different. So in this episode, I basically took all your questions and I'm going to answer them. And I'm just going to give a little warning that some of my opinions are controversial. Check with your doctor, do your own research. I'm just sharing my own experience. Take what you like, leave what you don't. With that, let's go right into it. How are you mentally preparing for birth? I love this question. I am preparing very thoughtfully. I had no fucking idea what I was doing with my first pregnancy, meaning like I went into it just not really knowing much about pregnancy at all. I'm sure a lot of women are like that. And this one, I feel, obviously this will be my third time. And I am being very purposeful with how I sort of visualize the birth. So what I'm doing is every single morning, I meditate for 30 minutes. I wake up before my kids. My kids usually wake up at like 7:30, which is awesome. I wake up at 7. I go in the other room. I have a red light like panel that I put over my face. I put my legs up on the wall. And I do a 30-minute meditation. It's usually Joe Dispenza's 24-minute. And then I'll do like Melissa Wood, 5 minutes of breath work. And that to me has been a really good strategy session with myself to think about the birth and the baby and even how I want postpartum to go. I want to have a lot of intention around the postpartum strategy. I want to feel a little bit more in alignment with, again, my first baby. I didn't really think about these things because I didn't really know. It was like ignorance is bliss. And then with my second baby, I obviously had more tools. But with this one, I feel like I really just want to grasp and have a little bit more structure around everything. So I'm meditating and I'm thinking really, helpful affirmations about birth. So I think like I'm having a calm, peaceful, zen birth. Things will go smoothly. I'll have a healthy baby. I just think a lot of positive thoughts that are rooted in gratitude when I'm meditating about the baby. And that's helped me prepare. I think a lot of people will read a bunch of books or go on Pinterest or even hire a doula, which I did for my first baby. But what I've realized is where I feel most in alignment is when I kind of do the internal work. That is what makes me feel like the best version of myself instead of getting all of these different outside opinions. I listen to my intuition. And with this one, I don't want to consume tons of content. I don't want a doula. I kind of want to just like listen to my intuition, like I said. And we'll get into what that looks like later in this Q&A because I talk about intuition when it comes to even getting a doctor. Other things that I am doing to prepare for birth are I'm working out every single day. I am working out every single day because what I've realized is working out is just as hard as not working out. When I don't work out, I don't feel good. My mind doesn't feel good. My body doesn't feel good. So to me, it's a really easy choice to work out every day. When I move my body, I just feel better. It's really as simple as that. And I think lifting weights and walking and moving and playing tennis and being active to me makes for an easier birth. So that's another way that I'm mentally preparing. I'm also walking as much as possible. So I walk during conference calls. I walk with my kids in the morning. I walk with Michael at night to wind down. I walk wherever I can. And I think just moving your body in any way you can when you do feel fatigued or you feel like shit when you're pregnant helps. That's been my experience. And then I'm doing a lot of supplements. I'm eating a lot of meat. I'm eating a lot of organs, which we'll get into. And I just am trying to pay attention to my health, my nutrition, but also I'm doing 80-20, okay? So I'm also eating like sour candies and a lot of sourdough toast. So I think there's that balance. So those are kind of the 5 things I'm doing to mentally and physically prepare for birth. That's my list. The next question is, congrats. Was this a surprise? This was planned. We wanted to try for number 3. It was really important to us. I think Michael and I really have tried to put our family as our number 1 priority. And building a family to me is really, really important in the overall picture. I think a lot of people will look at me and they think, oh, like she's dominant, she has masculine energy, and they see me in that area in my work. And I am dominant and I am sort of an alpha and I am very particular when it comes to the way I work. However, this may surprise people, and I talked about this on Gracie Norton's podcast, I'm really feminine in my home. And I think the reason that no one sees that is because I'm not posting every second of my day at home. My home is really a sanctuary. It's a place where I'm not constantly creating content. I'm not on my phone a lot. I like to pick herbs in the garden. I like to make pizzas with my kids. We're baking a lot. I take care of my home in a way that is very particular. I like the fire lit and candles going and music. And for every holiday, I like to decorate. I'm very traditional that way. I try to have dinner on the table. Not saying I make it all the time, but I try to have like a family dinner every single night. We have a pretty strict routine when it comes to our kids. It's obviously like not perfect and you have to be flexible in the moment, but they kind of know what's coming. And I think that feminine side of me doesn't get to be shown as much. And I'm thinking of like how I can bring it on the show more. So when it comes to, did we plan this? Yes, we did, because we talk a lot about our family unit. And I think there's this thing on social media right now where people think that they can't simultaneously have a really incredible career and be an entrepreneur and also be a mother. And I do think it's possible. And it is a challenge. And there's lots of micro challenges that come with it. But I think that for me, it's important that I'm able to do both. And I feel a big, strong pull towards my masculine energy, which is like more work. But I also feel the pull towards my feminine energy. And I think that that's like fine. They can both exist. So this was planned. We wanted to have number 3. And we're so excited about it. Cravings. What cravings do I have? I talked about this in the People magazine article. I have been craving pate. Okay. Don't ask me why. I love organ meat. Like I eat organ meat sticks. I like liver if it's cooked right. But all of a sudden with pregnancy, I had this like crazy craving for pate. And what's weird is I can't even like remember the last time I had pate. I just wanted it. And this is really going to gross a bunch of people out. I like a sourdough cracker dipped in duck liver pate with hummus from the farmer's market. Shout out to Dad's Hummus. That's the brand I like. With a tangerine slice on top and a squeeze of lemon. Do not hate that mixture until you try it. It is so good. There's something about the citrus and the really like saltiness, the richness of the pate with the cracker, the crunch, that is so good. I've been eating that like every second. And then what I'll do is I'll take a non-alcoholic spirit, like an essence, like a seed lip, or there's this other one called like Galia, Ghia. Peter Attia gave it to me. Him and his wife love it. It's so good. And I'll put that in a wine glass with sparkling water. There's a sparkling water called like Hilden. It's on Amazon. It's so good. It has little bubbles in it. You put that over ice in a wine glass. And I am in heaven with my pate, hummus, sourdough cracker, tangerine, lemon. It's kind of a plowman's lunch. So that's something I've been craving. I have also had a lot of sour candy. I love Bon Bon, their sour candy pack. Oh my God, it is so good. You guys have to try it if you haven't. It's the best sour candy. It's very like luxurious, even the way it's packaged. And then I am really loving like blueberry lemon Greek yogurt. I love peach Greek yogurt. Again, I get these both at my local farmer's market. And then as far as like a random craving, a Pops bagel. There's a Pops LA. It's like a bagel shop in LA. They have a chocolate chip bagel and I get the whipped cream cheese on it, lightly toasted. It's heaven. I blame my friend Hillary for this one. Those are my cravings. And I will say in the first trimester, I had so much aversion, like things grossed me out. I was like grossed out by things that I would eat all the time. So that was interesting. I had never had that with Zaza and Towns. I just got really particular at what I was eating and that's kind of gone away. I wasn't nauseous a lot, which was nice, but I just had this weird aversion, like where I didn't want a lot of foods that I was typically eating. So those are my cravings. And then a lot of you have asked what's in my mouth on podcast. And sometimes I'm sucking, wait for it, on a throat coat lemon ginger drop, which soothes my throat, or a Yum Earth peach lollipop. That's pretty specific, okay? Let me tell you something. I already know what I like. I'm very decisive when it comes to decisions, and I know what I like when it comes to food and drinks. Very, very, very particular. Okay, next question is, are you taking the beauty water during this pregnancy? I am using every single product that is on the Skinny Confidential in this pregnancy. Obviously, check with your doctor. But what I like about beauty water is it's literally one of the most simple products that there is on the market, which is why I created it. I was so sick of all these electrolytes with monk fruit and stevia, which is a hormone disruptor, and natural flavors. And I wanted to create something that was literally so simple. I also don't want all of that added artificial sweetener in the morning. And I drink electrolytes first thing in the morning because I like them before coffee. I like to hydrate before I dehydrate. So beauty water is electrolytes, and they're the best. Celtic sea salt, I handpicked them. Colostrum, best colostrum on the market, again, handpicked, and pearl powder. And the pearls we source are absolutely incredible. Okay, everything is creme de la creme, and that's it. It's simple. I do a scoop in my water. I froth it. You got to get a frother, froth it up. And then I squeeze a giant, like half a grapefruit in my water or a lemon. And I drink that down and I have that before I have coffee. We've had so many experts, doctors, authorities come on this podcast and say you have to have electrolytes like first thing in the morning before you have coffee. I would highly recommend incorporating electrolytes, especially because I think a lot of people don't even know they need electrolytes. If you're getting headaches throughout the day or you feel tired or fatigued, electrolytes is usually like my sort of cure. So try beauty water in the morning. I'm taking it pregnant. Check with your doctor, check with your doctor, check with your doctor, check with your doctor. How long did it take you to conceive? This question is the question that I have gotten asked the most. I want to be gentle with this answer because this is, again, just my experience. It took me my first try to conceive. And that was the experience I had also with Zaza and Towns. And this question was one that I have been asked so many times that I thought I would give my opinion on this. I obviously know that there is people, a lot of people that have trouble conceiving. And so this is like, I don't know, a sensitive question to answer. Obviously, there's people who have health issues, or maybe they have something going on with endometriosis, or there's hurdles in the way of them getting pregnant. That has not been my experience. And I'm just going to tell you what I did to conceive the first time. take it or leave it. Because again, this is a controversial answer. When I decided I was ready to have a baby and Michael and I were like, okay, like let's do this for 3 times, I seriously meditated and thought about it in a way where I said, this is weird, but like my womb is healthy. I'm ready to have a baby. I'm open to having a baby. And I told myself that over and over and over and over again. And I got my mindset really, really strong. And I'll tell you a story. And I said this on Instagram story. A girl came up to me and she said, Lauryn, I have been trying every day to get pregnant for 8 years and I can't get pregnant. I've tried everything. I cannot get pregnant. And I said to her, that's an affirmation. And that is an affirmation. I can tell everyone who's listening, if I told myself, oh my God, I can't get pregnant. I don't think I can get pregnant. What if I don't get pregnant? I don't think that I would have gotten pregnant on the first try. I really don't. I think that that's a blockage in your mind and body connection. Again, this is woo-woo, okay? But this is the way that I talk to myself when it comes to anything. When it comes to business, when it comes to relationships. If you're not going to talk to yourself in the highest regard, who is? And so if I were to try to get pregnant again, I would literally tap into my mind and I would give myself the most calming, healthy, positive affirmations. And I really told myself, I can get pregnant. My womb is healthy. I'm getting pregnant. I can't wait to be pregnant. This is happening for me. And to me, that is really, really powerful. So I guess my tip for anyone who feels like they can't get pregnant is to really listen to your inner thoughts and to listen to how you're speaking to yourself. And a really great book to read is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I read it 3 times a year. She is absolutely incredible when it comes to this concept. Your inner narrative is a reflection of who you are and what you become. And I believe that in every single aspect of my life, including getting pregnant. I know people have health concerns. I know there's a lot of different situations. I'm just speaking to my own experience. But I'm telling you, you guys, if you were all my best friends, I would say, go get You Can Heal Your Life on Audible and go buy the book and study it. It's literally changed my entire existence and my mindset. I had a girl who works on our team come to me with a really big problem the other day. And I convinced her after like 10 minutes, I'm like, please just go listen to this on tape. Louise Hay has just changed my entire vibe with my thoughts. I'm very serious about the way I think. I don't let negative thoughts in the door. Any foods you are staying away from? Do you still drink raw milk? Yes, I drink raw milk every single day. I drink it in my coffee. I also get my kids and I a raw chocolate milk at the farmer's market. I've been drinking raw milk for 3 years. I absolutely love it. Do your own research, but the enzymes, the vitamins, the benefits to me are incredible. I've had the best experience with it. I love it. I crave it. And I still drink it every day. I drink unpasteurized juice daily. That's a hot take, I guess. I have had a cup of coffee every single morning with all 3 of my pregnancies. I like my cup of coffee in the morning. I also eat sushi. Guess you're not supposed to do that. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, and intuitively it feels fine for me to eat sushi. I went out the other night. I had all different kinds of rolls. I felt fine. And I've done that all 3 pregnancies too. I also have oysters. I love oysters. My body's craving zinc. And that's something that I'm not going to give up. And I've had, again, 3 pregnancies where I've eaten oysters. I also sometimes have wine. I've checked with my doctor. I will maybe have a glass a month. It's like not a huge glass. It's not a goblet. It's just like a couple sips. I've also had a couple sips of champagne. I'm not, drinking 5 days a week, but I've definitely On Christmas, had a couple sips of champagne. My doctor okayed it. That's where I'm at with that. I am not telling anyone to do as I do. Don't do what I do. Go do what you do.
Quick break to talk about Armra Colostrum. Lauryn and I have been taking Armra Colostrum for years now, ever since we had the founder of Armra on this podcast to talk all about the amazing benefits of their colostrum. Colostrum evolved 300 million years ago and is the first milk all mammals produce. It's the first nutrition we receive in life and contains all of the nutrients your body needs in order to thrive. Over 5,000 research publications document the health properties it confers across all stages of life. Like I said, Lauryn and I have been taking this for years. We give it to our children. We give it to our dogs even. And it comes in this simple powder form that you can add to water, or you can actually just dump and scoop into your mouth. It comes in travel packets, or you can buy the big tub. We have both. We take it when we travel. We take it when we're at home. And we've noticed so many incredible benefits. Some of these benefits almost sound too good to be true, whether it's strengthening your immunity, fortifying your gut health, igniting your metabolism, revitalizing your hair growth, enhancing skin radiance, fueling performance and recovery. Like I said, there are so many benefits to taking Armra Colostrum. Right now in the winter season, it's been so important for us to make sure that we have strong immune systems. There's all sorts of viruses going around. Kids are getting sick going back to school. Armra Colostrum is going to give you a better chance to fight off all those viruses that are going around and make sure that your immune system is strong as it can be. With 400 plus functional nutrients, Armra harnesses the power of humans' original bioactive food. So check it out. We've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/skinny or enter skinny to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/skinny. Tryarmra.com/skinny.
I am a creature of habit. I like my routines. I like specific supplements in my routines. And I take the same probiotic that I have taken every single day for the last 4 years, and that is by Just Thrive. Their probiotic is my favorite because 99% of probiotics on the market die in your stomach before they even reach your gut. And Just Thrive reaches your gut. If I'm going to spend my time and energy taking something every day, I want it to work. So that's why I like this specific probiotic. It's the only probiotic clinically proven to arrive to your gut 100% alive. That means better digestion, healthier immunity, great energy, and easy weight management. A probiotic to me is essential. So many people have come on the show and recommended one. I love this one. If you don't like it, they have a 100% money back guarantee. I've interviewed the founders. I'm such a fan of it. They also have a psychobiotic, which sort of works in tandem with the probiotic. Their probiotic's 100% spore-based, which is really important. And of course, we have a code for you. Visit justthrivehealth.com and use code SKINNY90. You get 20% off your first 90-day bottle. That's like getting a month for free. That's justthrivehealth.com, promo code SKINNY90. Here's to your best health with Just Thrive. Visit justthrivehealth.com and use code SKINNY90. You get 20% off your first 90-day bottle. That's like getting a month for free. That's justthrivehealth.com, promo code SKINNY90. Here's to your best health with Just Thrive. You know what I'm chomping on every single day? Chomps. I love my meat and I love my meat sticks. And Chomps has me covered. They have 10 or more grams of high quality, thoughtfully sourced protein. And most importantly to me, 0 grams of sugar in each stick. So you get a delicious snack that keeps you fueled and satisfied. How I use these is I throw a bunch in my handbag. There's 100 calories or less per stick, and I eat them when I need my protein boost. I try to do this thing where I have protein 5 times a day, and I'll aim for like 20 to 25 grams. So sometimes I'll have 2 chomp sticks and I'll be good. They have the best flavors. They have like a jalapeno one if you like a little spice. The original is also amazing. And I like this because it saves me time. I'm able to just pull it out of my handbag, get my protein, and move on with my day. I give it to my kids. I'll chop it up into little pieces. Chomps doesn't take the easy way out too when it comes to sourcing quality ingredients. They have 100% grass-fed and finished beef and venison, which when I'm consuming meat, which I do every day, I always look for. They also have an antibiotic-free turkey because you really can taste and feel the difference. If you're looking for a good source of protein, 10 or more grams, then you got to check them out. Get 15% off your order of Chomps meat sticks at chomps.com/skinny with code SKINNY. Again, that's code SKINNY for 15% off your order at chomps.com/skinny. Post-workout routine. It has not changed. I'm doing the same workouts that I did, not pregnant. So I like to lift 4 to 5 days a week. I go to Bodies by Brent or Sandy Brockman Fitness in Austin. And if I'm in San Diego, I work out with Wyatt at Santee Gym. I'll do P-Volve when I'm traveling. I love this trainer, Danny Coleman. She's amazing. She's in LA. I also will find a trainer when I'm in New York. I'll use like an app. I also use a lot of apps for fitness. So Melissa Wood Health's app is amazing for meditation and working out. I love Pilates by Bryony. She's been on the show. She's incredible. If you haven't listened to that episode, I think that's a great app to use on the go. Evlo Fitness is a really good one if you want to lift weights. And then I do classical Pilates like 2 to 3 times a week. I think that what classical Pilates has done for me is it's really helped me to stay aligned and keep my posture intact. And it stretches out my hips, which is really important. And it's very synergistic to weightlifting. So I feel like lifting weights with the classical Pilates is like the yin and the yang. I walk every day. I play a lot of tennis. I move my body. A lot of people were like, well, what if you don't feel good? I just really, like I said in the beginning of this episode, make a decision. I feel worse not doing anything. So I just make the choice. It's a really easy choice. Again, everyone has different pregnancies. Everyone has different situations. My best friend was so sick and nauseous her entire pregnancy to the point where she had to go to the hospital and get on an IV. Like she felt so horrible. So if I was in that situation, I probably wouldn't be working out this much, but I feel good. Mouth taping during pregnancy. Yes, I never would miss one night of mouth taping. Like no way. Mouth taping has changed my life. I wake up with so much more energy. Last night I slept for 10 hours. Like I just have the best sleep. Even my Oura Ring says my sleep is so much more amazing when I'm mouth taping. It's changed my jawline. It's changed the way I breathe. I crave it. Like it's weird. People are like, well, what if you get claustrophobic? The thing is, when you start to get used to it, your nervous system relaxes into it. And you start to go into this state where you're almost meditating, but you're awake, but you're so relaxed because it's only nasal breathing. I am such a fan of mouth taping. Out of every product the Skinny Confidential makes, this one is the one I'm most passionate about because it's really changed my life and I gift it to everybody. I want everyone to know about it. The Skinny Confidential mouth tape to me is the best because we made it the strongest on the market. It has a little slit in it so you can drink water at night, but I don't use the slit. I put the slit on my upper lip. I don't wake up and drink water usually. If I do, I would just take it off and then put it back on. I personally love it and I've done it my whole pregnancy. So again, call your doctor. But mouth tape, there's nothing like it. How are you feeling? I feel good. And I've said this before. The show is over at 7:30 p.m. Michael tries to talk to me. I tell him the show's over. Curtains closed. I'm done. I'm rigor mortis. I need to go to bed. I want my legs propped up. I want a book. I want my back propped up a little bit. Get that lymphatic flow. My red light. I want my 528 frequencies. I want my neck pillow with lavender in it that's warmed up by my warmer on my neck. And that's that. Like it's done. I can go kind of like the Energizer Bunny until 7:30. It's over. Any TTC tips trying to conceive is TTC. Go back to the mindset. What I said earlier, the mindset's so important. Also eat foods that support fertility. So I love beef and chicken liver. These are organs that are known to support fertility, okay? And go do your own research on foods that support fertility. I like lentils, eggs, Greek yogurt, meat. These are all foods that are incredible for fertility. And my thing is like, if you say you want to get pregnant in 3 months, start eating like that now. And I think that was also my mindset getting pregnant. It was like, we got pregnant on my first try, but I knew I wanted to like get pregnant at a certain month. And so I started really leaning into those foods months and months before I decided I was ready. So focus on those foods. If you need a supplement that is an organ, I will leave the link. I think it's heartandsoil.com. And there's like a fertility supplement with organs in it. And I think you can use code SKINNY. I have to look into it. I have to check with them. But that's an amazing supplement. You take 6 a day and you don't have to eat the organs, because I know people like get queasy about that. There's also acupuncture for fertility. I go to the Road, Brooke. I did not try this specific way of acupuncture, but she does it for fertility. I like to do her acupuncture for calming my nervous system. And I like to go for acupuncture Botox. It's like they put needles in your face. So it's called cosmetic acupuncture, and it's like a natural and safe alternative to Botox. And I've been doing that the entire pregnancy. Brooke at the Road's amazing, but I know she also does acupuncture to support fertility. So look into that. Talk with your partner, talk with a doctor, have an open dialogue with your friends, and read You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. All right. Everyone needs to look at their water when it comes to their skin and hair. And Jolie really has you covered. It's a beauty wellness company that purifies the water that we shower in for better skin and hair. They have this filtered shower head that removes chlorine and heavy metals. So if you've really tried everything and you still maybe are getting pimples or you have dry skin, I would definitely look at your water system. Chlorine's added to the water system to disinfect and kill bacteria, but the chlorine is so damaging on the hair and skin. And a lot of people have issues with this and they don't even realize where it's coming from. I know in Austin, this is so important to check your water systems because a lot of them contain a lot of chlorine. Jolie still gives you like a strong water pressure. It fits in all showers, so it's really easy to install. It's beautiful, it's sleek, and it's the perfect combination of form and function. Everyone is so serious about the water that they drink and they're not thinking about what they bathe in. I started to think about my kids' shower, about what's on my shower head, the guest room shower. Clean water is really the first step to an effective beauty routine, and it's something that you use every single day. Jolie will give you your best skin and hair guaranteed. Head to jolieskinco.com/skinny and you can try it out for yourself with free shipping. And if you don't like it, you can return your Jolie for a full refund within 60 days, no questions asked. One brand that is on my vanity, that is in all of my Instagrams, you guys see it all the time, is Agent Nature. I have been a fan of this brand for a long time. There's a couple things I like. I love their serum. It's so beautiful. It smells right. It lays nice under makeup. It's one of the only serums that doesn't pile under my makeup. It's really important. I use it all the time. They also have like a tart cherry sleep mocktail that went viral. It's called Calm Beauty. And I use this before I go to bed. And then the other thing I like by them is their eye cream. It's actually like an eye serum. I am someone that's very particular about what eye serum I use under my eyes because most of them cause milia, those little white dots, and Agent Nature's does not. It's the most beautiful eye serum I've ever seen. Like everyone needs this eye serum. And again, it lays nice under makeup. The products that the founder has brought to market are very intentional. It's a really beautiful, luxurious skincare and wellness brand, and it prides itself on clean, effective ingredients. Agent Nature is offering you guys 20% off site-wide. Go to agentnature.com and use code SKINNY at checkout. That's agentnateur.com. Use code SKINNY for 20% off. Why settle for anything less than luxurious, clean beauty that works? Treat yourself today at agentnature.com. Use code SKINNY for 20% off site-wide at agentnature.com. I got so sick last week. I did not feel good. You guys might be able to hear it in my voice even now. And 2 things that saved me were by Symbiotica. Their elderberry packets are the absolute best when you are not feeling good. Even if you are feeling good and you just want an immunity boost, they have the best elderberry packets on the market. I give them to my kids. They have vitamin E in them. They're really easy to take. They taste exactly how you would want an elderberry situation to taste. I also really like their liposomal vitamin C. This is really good for boosting immunity. And vitamin C, I also sometimes like to add to my electrolyte water. It gives it like an orangey, I don't know, kind of like almost like a chai flavor. Symbiotica is one of the most trustworthy brands out there. They never compromise on quality or sourcing. That's why I like their products. I don't need to worry about anything. Their products are free from seed oils, preservatives, toxins, artificial additives. They have like a chocolate mushroom packet too that I'll put on my kids' strawberries. I'm like, who wants chocolate? And they love it. Those are really good to try too. Go to symbiotica.com/TSC. You get 20% off plus free shipping. That's symbiotica.com/TSC to claim 20% off plus free shipping today. Go to symbiotica.com/TSC. You get 20% off plus free shipping. That's symbiotica.com/TSC to claim 20% off plus free shipping today. Staple pregnancy products. So you got to get the worm pillow. There's like this huge worm pillow. It looks like a giant penis. That's great. And then you have to Google the Skinny Confidential neck pillow, okay? There is a blog post, and I talked about it earlier, that I have this warmer. It's a warmer for towels for estheticians. It's down in my laundry room, and in it, I have put 3 neck pillows that are lavender neck pillows. And you get these pillows so warm. They're lightly weighted that by the time you're upstairs in your bed with your neck pillow on, you just know it's time to wind down. I cannot explain it. My kids call it a warmie. They love a warmie. We do this every night. It's a way to just calm down. Cannot live without that. And then lots and lots of books. I've been reading a lot of books. Everything from Crazy Rich Asian to Brooke Shields' book. I think it's called Brooke Shields Cannot Age. I just finished an autobiography on Betty Davis. I'm starting one that I found at a thrift store. It's by Joan Crawford. It's called A Way of Life. My friend Mark recommended it. And then there's this book I just finished called Ask Not. That's really good. I'm reading a lot. I love reading when I'm pregnant because it's kind of like downtime in a way. I'm more chill. Again, I'm in my feminine era when I'm at home, and that includes a lot of reading. A lot of people have asked me how I have time to read. You can make time for what you want to make time for. And also, if you're finding yourself scrolling, I would start timing yourself. I guarantee it's 30 minutes to 3 hours. Take that time and read. How I read is I bookend my day. If I wake up early, I read. And then always before I go to bed, I read. So I've just kind of implemented this habit into my day, and I don't go a day without reading. It makes me happy. It's truly one of my favorite hobbies. So I think making it fun is important. And get a Kindle too. It's great on dark mode. How do you deal with all the blood taking for checking in on the baby? My doctor's cool. She's really cool. I like her a lot. She is very collaborative. She doesn't dictate. She listens to me. And I am someone that does not like a broad checklist. Just because everyone got this done and this done and this done doesn't mean I want to do that. I don't want to get any vaccines while I'm pregnant. I don't want to do that. And I feel like I am intuitive. I feel like you are intuitive. I feel like anyone who's listening is intuitive. There has to be mind-body connection when you're pregnant. And I don't want to be told a list of everything I have to do just because it's hospital protocol. In saying that, I am giving birth in a hospital. So I think to me, finding the right doctor was just really important. And I found someone who is, I don't know, kind of on the same frequency as me. She's worked with me. I've only done 1 blood test, and really that's all I plan to do, hopefully. I don't want to do more than that. But again, I think like this is different for everyone. I'm not trying to do an ultrasound every single week. I don't want to do that. I want to have that mind-body connection. It's really important to me. Anyway, everyone is unique. And I just feel like with the hospital situation, sometimes it's a little plug and play. So you got to be your own advocate. You got to ask questions. Come with a list of questions. Why do I have to get that test? And just do what feels right for you. Again, everyone's different. Like we're not all the same. So you got to be your own researcher, your own guru. How are you dealing with fatigue? I go to a hole-in-a-wall foot spa. I go 2 times a week, sometimes 3. I love it. I get so much work done. It's quiet. And I just chill out. Get your feet rubbed. It's absolutely amazing. I also do a Vichy shower scrub at Pellicure in LA. It's incredible for your nervous system. I love it. They scrub head to toe. It feels so good. I'm big on dry brushing. I use the Skinny Confidential dry brush. You can take this in the shower with you and give yourself your own like Vichy shower. I love a dry brush when I'm pregnant, especially for cellulite. Like I will get in there with my legs. I use the dry brush all over the backs of my legs, on my knees, on my arms. It just feels so good. And then if I want a lymphatic massage, I go to Brazilicious. And it's in Austin. And I love going to Josie, or anyone who works for her is incredible. And they do Brazilian lymphatic. And it's so good for your immune system. So those are my things that I like to do. As far as facials, I love, like I said, an acupuncture facial. I love facial massage. I'm pampering myself definitely, but I also want to get my work done so I can have 3 months of bliss with the baby. If you guys like this episode, there is a feature in People magazine where they interviewed me on all things pregnancy. You can just search People magazine, The Skinny Confidential. I want to say too, thank you so much to all the beautiful messages and DMs and comments and all the support. It feels like I have so many friends from around the world, and it's been so fun to connect with people who are already mothers and maybe they're on their third, or even some of you guys have 4 or 5, and then to talk to women who've never had a baby and have questions. It's honestly incredible, the support. So I'm very, very grateful. And I hope you love this episode. I'm going to say, if you have any more pregnancy questions, I will for sure make this like a little series. Please ask me on my latest post, and I will continue to do these little solo episodes. They're fun. Kicking Michael off. Love it. All right. That's a wrap.